Hello everyone, Roxanne Angelique here, civil celebrant. If you haven't seen me before, welcome. We're going to talk about the wonderful thing that is weddings right now in just a brief video to explain a few bits and bobs about the role of a celebrant in this country. Many of you may or may not know this role differs in several countries around the world. In the UK, we don't make things easy. So let's clarify a few little points that I get asked very, very much, and more so in this very busy period of the summer, working on weddings and namings and commitment ceremonies and renewal of vows. So, civil celebrant, what we do is we offer like a wedding celebration ceremony. What is this, you ask? It is a beautiful, unique ceremony that is, as I always say, exactly how you want it to be. So a wedding celebration ceremony is the perfect opportunity to really declare your love and your bonds of marriage in a truly unique and personal way. And the same as any celebrant-led ceremonies, it's down to you how this happens, what content you have, and what you say. So it's a really, really lovely opportunity. Now, these types of ceremonies are a fantastic alternative for people who find that they want to get married outside. They want their wedding ceremony outside, in a garden, maybe in a field. I think 97% of all the wedding ceremonies I have conducted have been outside, and I think actually I can only count on two hands the amount of ceremonies I've done inside with regards to weddings, so that seems to be a popular choice. Another reason is if the venue you've booked is unlicensed, so you'd call in a celebrant. Some people choose to have a wedding celebration ceremony if they've gone abroad to elope, but they want to come home and they want to celebrate that marriage with all their loved ones, so they'll put a ceremony together somewhere and really honour the marriage and the whole declaration of love in that way. Now, another important reason for why there are these types of ceremonies is to kind of veer away from these restrictions that UK laws offer us with regards to marriage. So wedding celebration ceremonies can be a fabulous alternative if you want spiritual or religious content that you are not allowed in a register office, or if you want something cultural or a symbolic element that you're not allowed in a place of worship. So again, where you have quite a few restrictions with register offices or places of worship, with a wedding celebration ceremony there is no restriction whatsoever. You can go as mad as you like. It's about having fun. It's about celebrating love, which really is the best thing that we have being alive here, is it not? So it's a real great chance to get really stuck in and make something that is about you and for you, with you. It's wonderful. There is still some confusion about our roles, our celebrants, with regards to weddings and namings and commitment ceremonies and renewal of vows. With weddings particularly, I get asked an awful lot, can you legally marry me? Unfortunately, the answer is no, I cannot. That is only a licensed registrar or a licensed minister. They are the only ones under UK marriage law that can get that done for you. What do? I do your wedding ceremony. So if you think of it as two separate aspects completely, legal marriage or registration of marriage, and then public ceremony. Now, what a lot of my couples seem to do is they try and distance themselves a little bit from the legal formality of registering their marriage. So they will book a statutory marriage at a register office. Not all counties offer this. You have to ask for it. Now, with a statutory marriage, you don't have a ceremony. You just turn up with your two witnesses. You say your contractual words, your declaratory words, you sign the register, you get your marriage certificate, you are legally married. They will often do that midweek, perhaps a couple of days or the morning of this wonderful big wedding ceremony that they have planned. Now, once the legal part is done, Your couple parts ways, they go to get ready. Perhaps they're in a field with hay bales, who knows, on a boat, and they have a beautiful wedding ceremony, and in it they can have anything they like. They will exchange their vows, which they can write their own or choose one of mine, which I have written from a very large resource I have. You can exchange your rings, you can include symbolic elements, lots of wonderful things that you can do. It's absolutely up to you. We do encourage to get our couples involved in writing this, because that's the whole point. They want something personal. We like some backstories of history. How did they get together? What are they like as a couple? How do they complement each other? What's the best bit about each other? We really get into those details and make it absolutely about them, and it's a wonderful, wonderful experience for them, and it really is truly personal. Beautiful. A question I've been asked an awful lot in the last couple of years, especially when we come round to summer and the busy time, is can a registrar and a celebrant work alongside? So can you have a wedding ceremony where a registrar and a celebrant co-lead? The simple answer to this is no, not really. Yes, you can have the two working alongside, but there needs to be a break in between. So generally the registrar will insist that they do and perform the legal requirement first. There is a short break while they pack up everything and off they go, and then you move on to a celebrant-led ceremony. Now, we're still a bit shaky on this topic in the UK. Things are very slowly moving to try and get a bit more awareness about what the rules and regulations are, because no one is truly sure. Different counties have different rules. You may find that in one county the council are happy for a celebrant and a registrar to work quite closely in that way. In another county they'll probably say no, absolutely not. So this all remains to be seen, but generally speaking it's a no. So unfortunately the legal registration of marriage in the same ceremony as your bespoke and personal celebrant-led ceremony is a no, unfortunately, but fingers crossed in the years to come that will change. As we move along and I start to document a bit more with videos and blog posts on weddings and namings and bits and bobs, I will go through some of the symbolic elements that we include, which are really gorgeous. So, for example, hand fasting unity candle, symbolic sand ceremonies, jumping the broom, all these wonderful things, and I'll see if I can do a video for each of them and maybe even do a demonstration to show you what it's all about. But again, if you have any other questions, please let me know. You've got my email address or my website or my Facebook, and I will speak to you all soon. Thank you very much.